incredible website that is actually built for 5-year-olds to 10 or 11-year-olds. What it This is a website though that can uh, be used for upper grades if you want to take advantage of what's called their immersive reader, where you can learn and practice a different language. But right now, what this website does, it promotes wonder, learning, and discovery in these short nonfiction articles. When you open it up, you'll see, for example, these are all articles. These are all questions children have submitted the company, the nonprofit, and They have explored all areas of probability, uh, the brain and music, all these different categories, science, math, social studies, language arts, technology. There are hundreds of different wonders that questions kids have submitted. Ironically, today's wonder is how do we wonder, which I think is again kind of ironic that's I picked on the day I picked this one. But anyway, so what you do as soon as you get to the website, whatever the wonder is for the day, this time it's about wonder, you go push find out, and then this short, wonderful nonfiction article opens up, and it notice that it highlights vocabulary words and for kids, and has a little comprehension small test over here afterwards. Then, most importantly, it has like extension activities you can do with your child afterwards that have to do with wonder. But here's the piece that most anybody immersive reader. You see, as I put my button over it, what this is a platform provided free by Microsoft for any educational website that wants to use it. Because what it does is it helps your kids if you're having struggling readers or kids with visual tracking problems. It helps kids read better by it reading aloud to you. So notice I'm going to take this button now, and now it's going to read it aloud to me. And notice that it and notice that it highlights it so the kid tracks it. Now, if your kid sub vocalizes, which means reads it along, whisper reads along with the reader, this will enhance their reading comprehension and their decoding skills at extraordinary levels. Because if they make a mistake, they can self correct in a nanosecond. But here's the piece that takes it to another level. This button right here called Reading Preferences. This allows your kids to read it in a different language. So if you go over here to uh, uh, over here, don't push line focus yet. That's only if you want to isolate it. Go to a language. I am going to pick. I was going to pick German, but I'll pick Spanish because most people know Spanish. So I spoke German when I was a kid, and Spanish. No, studied it, but I don't practice anymore. So now, make sure you push by document. So now, when you read it, now notice it'll highlight it for you. So also though, if you want to, however, if you want to have it by one line, it'll read it by one line, or usually it gives it more than one line if you want. But anyways, I don't do a line focus. I just do the whole article so I can see it better. So if you have although this is to 10-year-old, if you have a child that's learning a foreign language or needs to practice their own home language, this is a great website to just practice languages through a short nonfiction article that is very comprehensible. Anyway, that's how I find it. I find it very useful. So I thought you might want to know about this. Is this Common Sense Media? It's a private. It's a foundation, and their whole job is to review all of the media and books and things that kids are uh, 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 that are in the kids' ecosystem, and it helps parents you guide to try to help you figure out what books they should read or what movies they should read because they're all rated. So, for example, these are just a movie list that they've picked, and then notice they put great age levels on them, and so that then they review each one of them uh, and tell you why they like them. Here are the books, which you never know what books. Teachers aren't giving kids books to read, and they don't know. They don't have time to read them all. But Common Sense Media has reviewed all these books and then gives you information about them. For example, here is the one and only, which they for 10-year old and up. And if you pick it right here, open it up, you'll see how they've reviewed it under what categories. As soon as I open it up, did it open up? Let me see. The one and only. Okay, here it is. Here it is reviewed. And what they review it on is educational value, positive messages, role models, diverse represented violence, sex, romance, language, products and purchases, drinking, drugs, smoking. It rates them on these scales, so you can kind of get a sense of what your kids are looking at, and they do that with all the books that are most of the books that are coming out here, and they also look at this one in terms of parent tips and facts. They they review TikTok, Snapchat, Minecraft, which is one of my favorite games. And so, like for Minecraft, I used to use the EDU version, so it was very safe. But the regular Minecraft that pays can get violent, and it explains to you how you need to control that or have more parental controls on it. Fortnite, Discord, which I don't like any of those games, but anyways, that your kids are playing them. So if you want to know about them and what they're doing, then this will give you a background, and you could help understand what your kids are doing. Um, then it also gives, for example, apps that kids have, podcasts for kids, games for kids. Anyway, so it does review for all these different things. So Common Sense Media is a one source shopping for parents and children so trying to navigate your kids through all the media out there and what might be appropriate or not might be appropriate for them. So it's just something for you to check out.